We were trying to get an official word of whether or not Dylan had enough laps to get himself qualified. The rumor was he needed 7. If he needed 7 laps, he got 7 laps. Let's see if we can get a word with the young man here. First of all, as we were talking yesterday, Mr. Runne, welcome again to the Tri-Cities.
Happy to be here, man.
This time you can tell me about this race course and the water conditions, and what did you think first time out?
Yeah, I mean, water conditions are great, and you can't ask for a better race course to be on. Just long straightaways, beautiful turns, nice scenery, and great fans.
And you know what? The people are watching us on the live stream, and nobody cares about the race course. They want to know what you think about this rocket. How was it?
God, Home Street Bank team, Mark Mason, the whole Miss Madison team, they put so much work in to make this the absolute best race boat to drive. I mean, they can make it look easy for you. You just get in and push both pedals down and get going.
Well, the way we had it, we were trying to count laps. We couldn't remember how many you got in San Diego. We think it was 8 and you needed 7 more. If that's right, you got the 7.
Yeah, I think we went and got the 7 here to get to 15. So we're qualified and ready to make some changes for the rest of the day and see what we can do with it.
So let's start with congratulations, young man. That's a big step. Before you can race, you got to get qualified. Check that box.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, dream come true. Kid who was racing boats at 9 years old. Never thought he'd be a qualified unlimited driver. So can't thank the Miss Madison team enough. Home Street Bank, Mark Mason, Jimmy Shane for putting his faith behind me, Mike Hansen for putting an absolute great race boat together, and Charlie Grooms for kind of pulling this whole program together.
And your teammate, he didn't get to run earlier, but I wanted to bring this up because you said in a memo to me, I think you said you've been racing against Andrew Tate since you were 9 years old.
Yeah, me and Andrew, first race in Dayton, Ohio at 9 years old. Wow. He was about 12 and racing against each other ever since. So having a good time doing it.
And you're going to have more good times doing it. Quick lap at $1:61. That's a good start.
Yeah, felt good. You know, I think make some adjustments, and I still got to get some seat time there, but I think the boat's got a lot of speed in it. So we'll see what we can do later this afternoon.
And that was my next question, or my last question. What do you do now? Usually when they come over here, they do some engine changes. I'm assuming that'll be part of the program?
Yeah, you know, I think it's about getting seat time still today. So I don't think we're going to put anything too hot in there, but, you know, we'll see what Mike wants to do and get some more laps later today.
You do what Mike wants to do. Welcome to the Tri-Cities. Congratulations, qualified H1 Unlimited driver, Dylan Runne.
Appreciate it. Thank you, everyone.
So Andrew Tate has just returned to the dock in the beautiful U91, the Miss Goodman Real Estate. They tried to get out earlier this morning, but the boat didn't want to start for him, so the young man had to wait a while for his first run. Back on the Columbia River. It's been a couple of years, my friend. Back home again on the water, I assume.
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoy this. It's really good to be back. It was a great starting point, I think, for us. We didn't really get off on the right foot, but maybe we can go look at the data and understand where we're at. But all the hard work over winter, I think, is going to be worth it. We'll just get our ducks in a row here, understand where we're at, and make it go faster.
Well, you ran 6 hot laps. We got the quick one at $1:59. That's a good place to start.
It's a good place to start. I think we got some work to do. I probably could do a little better too, and you know, hopefully we go out next time. We keep improving. That's the goal.
Well, and that's the whole thing too. Is first time in a boat. First impressions of the boat.
It's beautiful. Even when it started the spots and walk a little bit, I think I hit my wake from the lap before, but it was never uncomfortable. I really didn't have to pull my foot out of it at all, which is a good thing. So. I'll go talk to Mr. Hansen here and see what he thought, and see if my thoughts match his, and we got building blocks. That's good.
We saw you getting a little light on the front end, but you had it under control the whole time.
Yeah.
That's a corporate line right there.
You have to say yes.
Absolutely. So I know you've got to get out of here at some point today, but I'm assuming we're going to see you back out here and get more laps.
Oh, yeah. We're going to be in the water as much as we possibly can. I know we're going to make the team work hard here to get us back out there as soon as possible. I'll have a debrief with Mike here and understand what's what. And yeah, like I said, hopefully we go faster next time, but I want to be out there as much as I can.
I think I can speak for H1 fans all across the country that are listening to us and watching. Welcome back to H1 Unlimited. Welcome back to the Tri-Cities. It's good to have you back, my friend.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you, everyone. It's very good to be back, and I think we're all very excited for 2023.
Go get a bottle of water. Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you.
Andrew Tate. So down here in the pit area, Dustin Echols has just come back to the dock in the U40, the bucket list racing. Not the first time out, run some laps earlier, but you got some more seat time just now. That happened to be the quickest lap we've seen from you so far today, stepping in the right direction.
It sounds like it. Yeah, I didn't hear a speed when I was out there, but we're just changing one thing at a time, and that way we know what difference each change is making. This morning the boat was pretty loose, and we tamed it down a little bit, and now we're just working on some engine props. I mean, it's nice to have this time to try new things.
We got your fast lap at 1:58.9. When I went to school, we called that 1:59. Close enough.
Hey, that works. Yeah, that works. We're not really running the everything we have right now, which is great. We can just try some different things and go out each time and learn something new. And this time is invaluable. It's so important to use every bit of time. So we've been out 3 times, and I wouldn't be surprised to see us out a couple more.
Well, and I know you're enjoying it because we talked yesterday a little bit about San Diego, and you said it ended too quick. It was just kind of like a tease. Well, now you're getting to go out and run some laps.
Yeah, and now I have an idea of what to expect. The boat right now is handling perfect. I mean, I wouldn't change a thing, and we're just changing little tiny things as far as speed goes, but the handling is great. It's cornering great. I couldn't ask for anything better.
Well, then very good. So we'll let you get back, get some more water, and we'll see you then later on in the day, it sounds like.
Thanks a lot, Brad.
All right, thank you, Dustin Echols. Maybe get a quick word here with Scott Raney. Scott, you've been working awfully hard to get this boat in the water. Went out, looked good.
Yeah, it's a good starting point. I think there's a lot more to be had, and we're not here to conquer the world today. Maybe that'll come in another day, but we're going to keep, going out. We had several things that we wanted to try. I think we had a pretty successful winter again.
That's good. Very, very good. I'll let you get with your driver and debrief. Jamie Nilsen is an extremely accomplished driver. And I was going to say something about the young man, but now I won't because he came over here to talk to me. How are you? Welcome back to the Tri-Cities.
Doing great, Brad. Happy to be here. Happy to see you again.
Isn't that nice? No, not seeing me, being back in the Tri.
For sure. So it's always a great place to come. And for us to come out here, get some bugs out and do some testing, it's a great opportunity. And we thank the Water Follies and all the volunteers for helping make this happen.
And it's been a couple of years since this boat got wet. You've driven this boat before. Did you get reacquainted out there? Just a couple quick laps, but you remember it?
Yeah, I do remember it. So brought back some good memories there that run. And, we got a good baseline for this Legend Yacht Transport U11. So, first run out for this boat in the last 2 years. And good start and good spot to build from.
That's exactly what owner Scott Raney was just telling me. He says, now we got a baseline, someplace to work from.
Yep, and we're confident we're gonna keep getting faster as this day goes on.
Well, then I'll let you get out of here, go get another bottle of water, and get this thing on the trailer, get it fixed up, and bring it back out.
All right, thanks, Brad.
Thank you very much. Jamie Nilsen, driver of the U11 Legend Yacht Transport. We've got Gunnar O'Farrell here. Hey, some more seat time, good solid laps out there. He had a good conversation with Brian. How's the boat progressing?
It's getting better. Steering's still a little rough. We're going to work on that. Hopefully get back out again.
Get your seatbelt fixed?
I did. It was a little loose.
That's what I heard. That's why you came back in. But the boat we know is good. How are you doing? You feeling more and more confident each time?
Yes. I'm a little tired now.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, real good. So I'm going to rest and get back out there.
So I was just going to say, we send you up in the truck and trailer and get some more water, cool off, make a couple changes to the boat, and then we'll see you back out later?
Yep, hopefully run with some other boats. Get a little experience.
You'd like that.
Yeah.
Well, no, that would be really good. You get a little race water going on.
Yeah, no. Get ready for Seattle. So
let's get her done. Thanks for stopping by. You're catching on, by the way. You're getting good. Had a lot to say about it. He is still debriefing with his crew members here, but we'll get a word with him when he's done. Well, based on the length of that conversation, you must have had some interesting things to share. But before we get there, I didn't talk to you earlier. Welcome to the Tri-Cities, Mike.
Oh, man, it's so good to be back. Perfect weather. Just to be back here running laps and seeing all the old friends and fans and a lot of familiar faces. So it's pretty neat to see a lot of these guys come out and watch us.
There's a lot of that stuff going on yesterday during setup day. It was kind of like old home week. Get to see our friends again.
Yeah, no, I missed out on most of the day yesterday because I had to go work.
What? Work?
I had to work. I had to do my normal job. But I did get down here before the day was over, and yeah, it was just impressive to see how many people actually came down to see us, and yeah, it's just good to be back.
Tell me about the new ride here. It's the same boat, but there's been so much work to it. You're basically breaking in a new rod here. First impressions?
Yeah, no, I mean, these are new boats pretty much for Corey and I, and right now just kind of baby steps. That first run this morning was basically shakedown, and then we kind of got after it a little bit the second time. So boat speed, man, it's back. I mean, the first year we had a really fast boat. Last year we kind of fell off quite a bit, and I would say that we are just as good as we were the first year. We're just, but it's a new boat, so we're trying to get it just dial it in and. See if we can get more out of it. So it was pretty rough out there that last run, and the thing got through it pretty good. So really happy with that. Just got a lot of knowledge on our team, and just I'm trying to give them the best input, feedback that I can give them, and just take in whatever they can suggest and throw at me. So I still got a lot to learn, and just I'm all ears right now, and just got to go out there and make this thing go as fast as we can for these guys.
So it's safe to say you are very encouraged with all the work in the off season. Your wife was telling us how hard you and the rest of the crew, but how many hours you personally spent down there at the shop working on the boat.
Yeah, no, these guys are very dedicated. I work my normal job during the day, and I try to get down there at least 3 to 4 times a week after work, and we're usually there pretty late. And a lot of the guys are down there, and then usually we have like 13 to 15 cars in that parking lot on a Saturday. So it says a lot for this team. It says a lot for these guys that are there. It just shows that we all have the same passion. We all get along. We like being at that race shop, and we're lucky to have a place that we can bring our families to, and we can, we're not away from our families. Our families can still be with us, and so Daryl's provided us with a great place to work on these boats, and I think that's just going to help us get better as we go. I mean, we have to. You look at up and down this shoreline, every boat here is probably better than they were last year, and that's what's great for this sport. Right now, it's anybody's opportunity to go out there. Any one of us can win races, and that's what the sport needs, and it's really exciting. I mean, the talent behind these wheels, and it's gonna be exciting to go out there and battle it out with all these guys.
I know as a fan, and I know I speak for a lot of fans, we are sure excited about it, because this looks like, on paper, a really, really competitive season, and I know that's what you want.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want it any other way. I mean, that's why we're here. It's the deck-to-deck battles, and you never really know what's going to happen, and that's what makes it exciting. And they're the coolest boats out there. I mean, just get to go almost 200 miles an hour, and I don't know, just go out there and represent these guys that work their tails off. Our sponsors, Beacon Plumbing, Beacon Electric. It's just, without them, we couldn't do it, and we just want to represent these guys well and have fun doing it too.
You're standing above the U-21 here. I see you looking in the cockpit there. Gunnar O'Farrell stepping out. What do you think of this kid? He's pretty good.
Oh, I like Gunnar. He actually, when he was a little guy, I had him drive one of my outboards, and he did a really good job. I've raced against him in the smaller boats, watched him grow up. He's gonna do great. It's good to see him out there in his boat, and he'll lay down some laps. He's gonna be a good driver, and just like the rest of these guys. I mean, we're lucky to get to do it.
Yep. So one of these days, you're gonna have to deal with that kid.
Yeah, and that's fine. I hope so, and hopefully sooner than later. And so I'm excited for these guys. It's good to see them back out there. We gotta get the rest of these owners and teams back out on the water. We need you guys, so please come out, come race. We miss you guys, and you guys got some fast boats, and we need it. The sport's it's heading in the right direction. So the more boats, the better.
Go back up there, get cooled off, make a quick change, put it back in the creek. It's fun to watch it run.
Thank you.
All right, J. Michael Kelly, driver of the U8, the Beacon Electric. Caught up with Corey Peabody. Haven't had a chance to talk to you today, so as I did yesterday, welcome to the Tri-Cities. Welcome down to the dock. It's always good to get back here.
And it's so good to be here, our hometown for our race team, and just have our boats back on the water. Just everybody here. Hope they're having a good time, because I know we are.
Well, and this has got to be a special race course to you. It was right down there at the end of that dock where you went for a swim after your first ever H1 win.
Yeah, that was a memorable moment. It was was a kind of a storyline, you know, with that's being Daryl and Vanessa's very first year as an owner that year and getting a win at their hometown. I mean, yeah, how can you beat that? But yeah, I thought I was going to drown when they pushed me in that day because I was exhausted, but we got through it. So
I'm assuming these suits get a little heavy when they get wet.
Oh yeah. I thought I was going down. Sandy had to jump in and save me. Very sure. It got really heavy.
Really heavy, real quick. Let's talk about the runs. That was your third one on the river so far today. You're learning things every time, obviously. What was the change this time?
We changed motors, we changed propellers, so we're just, that was the first time we ever ran that motor. We're happy with it. We changed a couple other things, but, you know, for the most part, it was a motor change, make sure we have another good bullet for Gunnarsville, and I'm happy with it. We'll see what the data shows, and we'll see if we can bump it up, but it was a great start point. All day has been a great start point for us, you know, after the accident and having the boat destroyed, and it's out here and it's running beautifully. So, I mean, I can't be any happier. Our team busted butt all year, and it's really showing.
And this has got to do a lot for the morale of the team. They work so hard, and then to see it come out here and perform so well.
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting. I mean, these guys worked really hard, and for us to come out of the box, and I think we ran a 162 point something, you know, and we're not focusing on the speeds, we're focusing on the ride, and when you get that, you know, added to it, that's quite a bonus. So super happy about that.
Well, as we were walking down the dock, I mentioned boat ride, and you just smiled. It's good.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, we've only been out 3 times. I mean, last time the boat ran, we ripped the whole sponson off it, busted the spar, all sorts of stuff, and, you know, everybody went to work, we put it all together, and just for the tweaks that we're having to do, it's really showing that there's a lot of experience in our boat, our camp, and man, I think it's going to be a hell of a year.
You talk about boat riding. I always make the comment when we're announcing and so forth that you can have all of the power in the world, but if you don't have boat riding, can't use it, it doesn't do you much good.
No, you just have all the power in the world. That's about it. So, you know, that's kudos to you, but, you know, you got to have a boat ride. You got to have the whole setup. You got to have the gears. You got to have the boat ride. You got to have the prop. You got to have the engine. You got to have the people. You can't do it just one thing. So, we're really getting close to having all those right lined up, and it shows.
I want to jump ahead just a little bit to the end of this coming month. We go down to Guntersville, Alabama. Of course, you know fairly well down there. You are a defending Lake Guntersville champion. I know you like that race course, and it's going to be a little different this time. I understand it's going to be a little shorter, a little wider.
Yep, it's going to be a short, little squatty thing, and that's all right. We're preparing for it, so, you know, we're going to make some changes, and we'll be ready for it. It's going to be really neat to try something different. It's going to be like a big oval, pretty much, or circle, I should say. But I'm excited to go down there. You know, we won it last year, and hopefully we win it again this year.
I was talking to your teammate, J. Michael Kelly, and he was kind of looking up and down pit row here, and he's going, man, there's a lot of good competition.
Oh, yeah. There's fast boats here. It's no joke. Everybody has stepped up their game, and you know, Dylan's out here running great laps. Andrew's running great laps. Everybody's running great laps. So I'm really excited to see what this year is going to turn out to be.
Well, so are we as fans, and I'll speak for fans everywhere. Thanks for walking down here, standing here in the hot suit. Although it's only 78, they're telling me, and it was, what, $110, $115 last year.
Yeah, it was pretty warm, but you know what? That's all right. We like the sunshine. It's good for the tan.
It's good for the tan. There you go.